This is the 2016 Toyota Esquire, and it is a relative of the Toyota Noah and the Toyota Voxy. The only thing about the Toyota Esquire is that it has more luxurious touches than the Toyota Voxy and the Toyota Noah in terms of the interior, where you'll find that the Esquire has leather seats, and most of the part the Voxy and the Noah will come with fabric seats. And you can also tell it apart by looking at the front grille, which has a stance that stands out when you look at it. And when it comes to the build of the Toyota Esquire, it shares the platform with the Toyota Noah and the Toyota Voxy, and the other difference is that they are manufactured at different Toyota plants. Let's get to the video. And this one is on offer at Impact Motors. It is going for 2.45 million Kenyan shillings. If you want to purchase it, call us on the number down below and we will facilitate your purchase. Now, the Toyota Esquire is a 7 or an 8-seater minivan, and the middle row seats is what will determine whether this car will seat 7 people or 8 people. And you can either get the Esquire in a configuration that has captain seats at the middle or just 3 seats. And it is used majorly for transport here and there. And you see it's used to ferry people from Nairobi to other places, Mombasa and Kisumu. And underneath the hood of this car, it has some power numbers that are quite impressive. And you can also get the Esquire in a hybrid configuration. The 2016 Toyota Esquire comes with a 2-liter engine making 150 horsepower, or a 1.8-liter hybrid that is more about saving fuel than giving you speed. The hybrid gives about 19 to 23 kilometers per liter, while the petrol variant does around 14 to 16 kilometers per liter. This is not bad, but it's not also very amazing. And with a 55-liter fuel tank, you won't be living at the gas station unless you drive like a race car driver. And one thing about these engines is that they are always being pushed in the public transport so much, and they have proved over time to be reliable. And these vehicles paired to this engine is a CVT transmission. And one thing about the Toyota CVT transmissions is that they have proved to be reliable. And what you must do to ensure that your CVT does not fail: give it the correct CVT fluid and don't pass on your service intervals. If I would ask you a question, can you guess the size of these wheels? And if you have guessed right, I will reply to your comment on the comment section down below. And when you look at the side profile of this vehicle, it is quite attractive, and the black paint just complements the look of the Esquire. We also have some chrome trims right here that enhances the luxuriness of the Toyota Esquire. You see the chrome trims right here. We also have keyless entry. In case you want to gain entry into the car, you don't have to take out your remote. There is this part that if you just touch, the vehicle will either lock or unlock depending on whether you have the key with you. And the black paint looks really nice on the Esquire, but one downside about black paint is that when you live on a hot area, you will really sweat. So if you live in a hot area, get a white vehicle. But if you live in a cold area, the black vehicle is good because it absorbs heat and it doesn't lose heat easily. So in the hot areas, the white paint will reflect heat and the car won't be that hot. So that is just food for thought. And when you look at the ground clearance, it's not that bad, but you should not take this vehicle off-road. You will brake, the links and the suspension components. This vehicle is not meant to be taken off-road. And as we move like this, one thing that I must tell you that we noticed on the Voxy and this Esquire is that the Esquire has both doors to be automatic, but the Voxy had only one door that was automatic, and that is to signify that the Esquire is a more luxurious and a more technological vehicle than the Voxy. Let's jump and explore the boot space of the Esquire. The boot space of the Toyota Esquire is not much compared to that of the Voxy. What do I mean? They are basically the same, but there is one thing that we noticed on this Esquire. When you open down here, on the Voxy, if you can remember, it did not have this round thing right here. This is a spare wheel, which if you're in the African market, you will need a spare wheel for your vehicle, and that is a very good thing. The Toyota Voxy that we reviewed only had the tire repair kit, and if you compare between a spare wheel and a tire repair kit, if you're in the African market, you would prefer to have a spare wheel. And so with that being said, there is not much apart from the spare wheel right there. And also these seats, the third row seats, they fold and you get a very big boot space. It transforms into what we can call a closed pickup. And one thing is that this car has all the seats to be leather, and it has very good luxurious touches. Let's jump into the interior and explore it. The front interior of the 2017 Toyota Esquire is all about comfort and a touch of class. Well, as much as a minivan can have, and the dashboard is neat and modern with a big touch screen in the center to keep you entertained, and the seats are soft and supportive, perfect for long drives, and the driver gets a high sitting position for a clear view of the road, and there is plenty of storage space. Cup holders everywhere, and some models come with leather seats like this one that makes the car feel extra fancy. It's a practical car, a comfortable one, and stylish enough to remind you that you did not buy a basic family van. And compared to the Noah and the Voxy, they are quite identical. It's just that the Esquire has some luxurious touches that are not in the Noah or the Voxy. Another thing inside the Toyota Esquire is that we have heated and cooled seats right here for the front passengers. And when you look at the headroom and the legroom of the Toyota Esquire, this is the 2016 variant, it is quite big. The headroom is quite plenty and the legroom is also plenty. That is what I like about these vans. This is a perfect family car, guys, and if you're looking for a Toyota Esquire, just come to Impact Motors or call the number down below, and for 2.45 million Kenyan shillings you will get to purchase the Toyota Esquire. And so guys, just look at the long dashboard design right here. It means that if you get into a collision, your chances of surviving are high. And guys, I just like this car. If I have a family of 5, 6, I would buy such a car because it is a practical vehicle, it is fuel efficient, and it is also reliable. And guys, at the front right here, they always focus so much on the passengers, but As a driver right here, I also have an armrest. You see, as I'm going for a long road trip, I will be very, very comfortable. And we also have some, screens right here and right here for your infotainment. I like the fact that this other screen is configured to be in English. This other one is still in Japanese. I think what will solve that will be to replace this one, to replace the whole screen. At the back seats of the Toyota Esquire, first of all, we have captain seats at the back right here. And what do I mean by captain seats? This means that the seats right here are individual seats. So as I'm seated right here, I have 2 armrests. We can't sit 3 people right here unless you tuck in these armrests like this, but you see, it's not designed to carry 3 passengers. And so you might be asking yourself, how do you get to the back seats? When you're coming from that side, there is a pathway right here, and when coming from this side, there is also pathway. And if somebody has a big body, you can slide these seats forward and you will get chance to sit at the back there. And so guys, the back seats are designed to carry, kids and people under 6 feet. But people who are over 6 feet, guys, I will advise you people to sit at the front here. And guys, if you want to purchase the Toyota Esquire, it is going for only 2.45 million Kenyan shillings. Call the number below and we will organize how you will get to purchase this vehicle. This is a very clean unit. Leather seats right here. A nice infotainment system that has been even programmed to be in English. And I might not forget this one. Just look at this one, guys. Right here. We also have blinds. These are privacy blinds, so you don't need to tint your rear glass. It gets in like that. And you get privacy as you're seated at the back part of the Toyota Esquire. The Voxy and the Noah also has these ones. And guys, Petrolate is the only way you can get to purchase a vehicle in the safest way and in the best way possible. And so guys, with that being said, call the number below and ensure you like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. See you next time. If somebody has a big body, you can slide these seats forward. And